2-1 now to Mosby. And it's 3-1 there as that pitch from Seaver misses low. Seaver in 8 previous starts out of his 12 has worked into the 6th inning, so he's worked that up. This will be ninth time that he's done that. And certainly that is just about what John McNamara would be tickled to death with every time.
Absolutely.
3-2 to the big center fielder of the Blue Jays. To the left side, Boggs on the trap hop backhand. Mosby's out, number 1. Good play by the Red Sox third baseman.
The trap hop play is hard enough to make, but off the backhand, it makes it doubly so. He comes and takes that little quick hop, and that glove has to be accurately right there. Can't deviate an inch, or the ball's in left field, and a nice play by Boggs.
Boggs back deep at third now as George Bell steps in. Just a bit low. Bell on the night 0 for 3. Had the ball out of the infield one time. That was on a fly ball to Evans. Off speed and over. And it's a 1-1 count. Ooh. Boy, in the National League, Larry McCoy shaking his head as if, wait a minute, I didn't hear that, did I?
Well, here it is. There's the strike. Well, mercy.
And Bell sure not set yet. Something maybe flying up in his eye. He was pawing, scratching around at that right eye before. And he's asked for the trainer to come out. No dust or anything swirling around. Could have been a little bug of something.
Yeah, that could happen out there near the plate on a summer night. He wants treatment, and yet he shakes his head away from it. That, of course, can bother you, and you know it better than anybody. Not only batting, but catching. You get in something in your eye, you just really can't play until you get it out.
Well, to be quite honest with you, Ned, when you're a .257 lifetime hitter, you had a lot of bugs or something in your eyes. Rick Miller.
Want to take a chance on batting against somebody that throws 90 miles an hour with something in your eye, though, do you?
I didn't want to take a chance on a guy throwing 90 with good vision. Rick Miller's the guy that used to have a lot of problem. Of course, he wore the contact lens, and anytime the wind was swirling around or blowing at all, it was a long at bat for Rick. It's already been a long at bat for George Bell, and he's only seen 2 pitches. Oh, you're not kidding. There's no reason to jump back in there too soon. So they'll try the breaking ball, and that one wiggles over, and he's down in the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's even more of a teaser there from Seaver.
That was calculated to have him give a little bit, and exactly what he did. He gave on it. The ball started to break. There he's giving, and it breaks over nicely.
One out, nobody on. We're in the top of the 7th inning. 1-2 to George Bell. Tried the little sidearm swiper that time. Just missed that outside corner. Bell had left Seaver a lot of room from the middle of the plate out on that pitch. Once that arm dropped down to the side, they're going there again. They missed with a fastball, and the counts run full now to Bell. Pop fly left center field. Romine coming on, positioned just right, and Bell is retired. That's out number 2. And that is pleasing to the Fenway crowd here tonight.
George Bell has had 1 hit in the 2 games so far, the homer last night. And Seaver gave him a pretty good outing this time. Little wrinkle on the ball, popped up harmlessly to center.
That batting helmet put to rest quickly on the top step of that Toronto dugout. Pinned there by George Bell. Barfield takes the soft breaking ball just a bit high, 1-0. Well, those poor batting helmets wouldn't do anything without them. And the punishment that they take, and not from being hit by pitches either.
From pitches not being hit. That's probably the reason. Coming back to the dugout.
Barfield on the night, 1 for 2. He's walked, struck out, and had a triple. And he's hit on the left forearm. Seaver trying to crowd him, got a little bit too far off the plate inside, and Barfield will make the move down to first.
Well, Jesse was hit by a pitch last night by Al Nipper. He just rode in on him, and he started to lean out and was trying to get out of the way, and it got him right on the top bicep, or the bicep of the left arm.
So 2 down now, and the runner at first, Barfield. Here's Cliff Johnson. Cliff, a very tough at bat his last time up, that back in the 5th inning. Although he grounded out to Boggs at third, he did produce a Toronto run, the 4th run and the last run they have scored. Cliff 1 for 3 on the night. To left field, off the end of the bat, soft liner falls in front of Rice. And a couple men on now in the Toronto 7th inning, with the Red Sox leading 9-4. We'll pause for station identification. This is the TV 38 Red Sox Network.
You are tuned to WLBZ, Channel 2, Bangor.
With Willie Upshaw up at 2 down, 2 on for the Blue Jays. 2 shot toward the third base side, and it'll go foul. Upshaw on the night 0 for 3. He's been on 1 time with an error. That committed by Barrett his last time up. That was after 2 outs. Nine hits for the Blue Jays now after that soft humpback liner to the left off the bat of Cliff Johnson. One thing that's been kind of interesting tonight, Ned, I've watched Seaver in his communications with Gedman all night. Now, whether Seaver uses the stare-down type of tactic to change the sign, I do not know. But there hasn't been any long delays in the exchange of signs. Fly ball, medium deep center field. Romine back near the edge of the warning track and has the catch. So Upshaw tagged it pretty well to center field, but Romine there outran it. And the Blue Jays do not score in the top of the 7th inning. The tip of the hat for the, well, almost full standing ovation for Tom Seaver tonight through 7 innings of work for him. And after 6.5, Red Sox lead.
The Toronto Blue Jays, Bill Caudle, who worked 2/3 of an inning last night. Caudle is kind of a man that they use in between now. He is 1 win, no losses, and a 5 earned run average. This is his 20th relief appearance of the season. No saves, 18 innings pitched, 14 hits and 10 runs, all earned, 10 walks and 12 strikeouts. And coming on to relieve Dennis Lamp, who really deserved a better fate.
Certainly did. Tom Seaver taking a little sip of refreshment, a little handshake. For Bill Fisher there, I do not know if he's finished. I do not notice any action in the Red Sox bullpen. If he does leave, he'll be leaving, of course, with a 9-4 lead. One complete game already this year for Seaver. Marty Barrett, base hit to left field. So Caudle is greeted quickly by the Red Sox, and Marty Barrett, as the top of the order, comes up here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Barrett 2 for 5 on the night. So far, through the 7 innings of work for Seaver, he has thrown 126 pitches. The batter, Wade Boggs, he's 1 for 2. His average at 383. Intentionally walked his last at bat, that back in the 5th inning. That set up something for Bill Buckner to deliver a Red Sox run with his base hit up the middle. Boggs takes the strike from Caudle, 0-1. Mark Eichhorn throwing in that Toronto bullpen, just activated today by the Blue Jays. Suffered a gash on one of his feet being stepped on by Darnell Coles of the Tigers. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wader. Red Sox with should be 14 hits. The board in left field has 13.
14.
Should be 14. That's correct. Been into double figures now in their last 5 straight games. This one carved out of play. It all started last Friday night in Baltimore. 15 hits against the Orioles on Friday and Saturday. 11 against the Orioles on Sunday. 15 hits against Toronto last night. And 14 so far here tonight. Can you say that they're hot? I mean, they're not hitting home runs, but...
Well, this year, not the year for the home run, maybe. Just win games.
That's all they're doing. They lead by 5 here in the bottom of the 7th. Foul tipped into the glove of Ernie Whitt, and Boggs is going to be down on strikes. So Caudle comes on, gives up a hit, strikes out Boggs. There's 1 down in the 7th. Red Sox first baseman Bill Buckner, the hitter. Buck 1 for 4 on the night. He's driven in a run, his 41st of the year. Well, a game tomorrow night I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to, although this one has a way to go. Maybe first base umpire Vic Voltaggio is looking forward to it. He was behind the plate when Roger Clemens went into the record book with those 20 strikeouts. One if his right arm has recovered yet from ringing up strike. There's Victor.
He'll be behind the plate again.
Roger Clemens and Jimmy Key hook up here tomorrow night in the 3rd game of this series. Game time 7:35. And then to close out the series on Thursday, it'll be Oil Can Boyd against John Cerruti. There's tomorrow night's starter. Trying to make it 15-0. He's just about, he'll be about as concerned tomorrow night as he is taking that little soft stroll right there toward the tunnel in the Red Sox dugout. Buckner reaches for a bad pitch and doesn't get it. And he's down on strikes. Second strikeout for Caudle.
Well, Bill Caudle, he kind of is known for keeping that ball down when he was going well out on the coast. Tails that one away from Bill Buckner. No chance on that swing. 2 strikeouts for Caudle.
Barrett opening the inning with a single to left field is still at first as Rice steps in now. Jimmy on the night 3 for 4. Scored a couple of runs. Runs number 2 and number 5 scored by Rice. High fly ball right field. Barfield though is there. He has it. Rice is retired. He'll finish the night up at 3 for 5, and the Red Sox do not score in the top of the 7th. A hit, 1 left, and after 7 full innings of play, Boston leads 9-4. Tonight for the 7 full innings of work of Tom Seaver. They are waiting and standing for him to make some kind of an appearance out of that dugout, but I expect that he is in the Red Sox clubhouse by now. These fans didn't realize that he wasn't coming back until all of a sudden they looked up, and Steve Crawford was standing on the mound taking the warm-up throw.
Seaver has taken too many of those calls to have it done for him probably the first time back, but he probably never had it done this way by anybody but Fenway fans.
Well, he had already made some statements about the Fenway fans. He's been here, of course, as a visitor. As you look at the numbers of Steve Crawford. Shag on now to try to work the last 2 innings and wrap up the first win for Tom Seaver in a Red Sox uniform. Crawford, no wins, no losses. 3.94 in run average. Mr. Martin will go to inning number 8.
Okay, Monty. Ernie Witt is the batter. They're not going to leave him alone. Seaver went back into the clubhouse. He's probably showering and icing up already. But he pitched as well as he had to tonight and leaves with a 9-4 lead. Steve Crawford. Little pop-up by Ernie Witt towards shortstop, and Romero back. Witt is out. Previously, Ernie'd gone 2 for 3 against Seaver. Seaver goes 7 innings, gives up 9 hits and 4 runs, all earned. He walked 2, struck out 2, and hit a batter. He turned it on a couple of times when people were on base and stopped the Blue Jays. But the Red Sox offense, as soon as they came close, they just let it out again. Seaver threw 126 pitches. Ball is looped into right field by Garcia. Drops in there, picked up by Evans. A 1-out single by Garcia, his first hit of the night. That's the 10th hit for the Blue Jays. Crawford, just coming back after attending the funeral of his grandmother in Oklahoma, was to have come back a day earlier, but got caught in an airplane foul-up. And Steve will get some work here. A good time for him to get some work. Crawford appeared last Tuesday night. Tuesday, June 24th, against the Yankees. Here, he went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits and no runs. He has beaten the Blue Jays 3 times in his career, has 1 save against them. Well, let's see how he does against Fernandez. Bounces it foul, dugout way. Fernandez doubled in the first, lined to second base in the second, singled home 2 runs in the 4th, and grounded out in the 6th inning. Nothing in 1 the count to Tony, who's hitting .318. He has picked up 8 points in this series so far. And it's nothing in 2. Spins a hit into left field. Well, no matter who you throw out there, apparently, it's the way it's going to be, and Fernandez now has 3 hits in this game.
Well, another thing that's been so impressive about the streak that Fernandez has been on, certainly against the Red Sox, he's hit safely in 12 of 13 games, and every one of those games have been multiple hit games. He's not going 1 for 4 or 1 for 3 in there. He's getting 2, and as tonight is the case, 3 hits on occasions.
So with 1 out, there are 2 on for the Blue Jays. Here is Rick Leach, a left-handed batter, and he's going to bat for Orge. And Leach has, as we noted last night, a very good pinch-hitting record. Leach, coming off the bench so far this year, is hitting .389 as a pinch hitter. 7 hits and 18 times up for Leach. Former Tiger and former football player at Michigan. So he's coming up there to bat for Orge. Orge had come on to play for the injured Rance Mullenix, who left the game early, fouling a ball off his right shin. Red Sox lead at 9-4. They're out hitting the Blue Jays 14-10. The Blue Jays have it in the error department, 3-1. There's a shot to right center field. Picked up by Romine. A run will score. Runners at first and second. It's 9-5. 3 straight hits off Crawford after the first man went out. He pitched a week ago, as we said, against the Yankees here. And McNamara to the mound as Zambito warms up.
Well, like a lot of pinch hitters, Leach reaches for that first pitch. He feels like he can get the good part of the bat on. High fastball for him, and he jumped on it and drove it into straightaway center field. And the Blue Jays, somehow, they just, well, they aggravate you and aggravate you and aggravate you. They just keep trying to get into the ball game.
Well, Crawford is going to leave, and Zambito, the latest darling of the bleacher bums out there, will come on. And we are watching Red Sox baseball.
Appearance number 27 for Joe. And the big thing here, facing the left-handers. Left-handers has hit just 176 against Joe on the year. That 1-0 mark, a 1.96 earned run average, just getting that under 2. More importantly, though, of 35 runners inherited by the left-hander, 32 of them have been prevented from scoring. That is a pretty good mark in anybody's mark, anybody's stats anywhere.
9-5 is the score. The Red Sox lead. Mosby up, strike 1. Lloyd Mosby, 2 for 4 tonight. Steve Crawford went a third of an inning, gave up 3 hits and 1 run, and responsible for 2 runners. He obviously rusty after the week that he had of traveling to Oklahoma, attending a funeral, coming back, and not pitching at all. Mike Brown now throwing out in the bullpen for Boston. Foul back. And it's 0-2 to Mosby. Joe Zambito, and what a gold mine he has been for the Red Sox this first half. Kelly Gruber is running at first base for Rick Leach. Kelly Gruber, an infielder, the runner at first base, pinch running for the pinch hitter Rick Leach, and Gruber will stay in the game to play third. Somewhere in the infield anyway. 0-2, the count to Mosby. Zambito drops down and almost beheads him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield, a step to right on Lloyd Mosby. Mosby trying to pick up his runners, Fernandez at second and Gruber at first. There's a spinner to shortstop. Romero's got 1 with Barrett. That's all they'll get. Nice play by Eddie and Marty to cover. And they've got the second out. Runners at the corners.
Knocked the lead man down in the middle, actually, not the lead man. Kind of a 2-shot, very slowly hit. Romero has to go to his right. He's fairly deep in the hole there. Marty realizing that probably they're only going to get 1, and just 1. They'll take it. He'll have a quick little look, and really no attempt to turn it loose.
The batter is George Bell. You may have noticed the boos. He is 0 for 4 tonight. Strike 1. inside corner. The fans love it when they get a strike on Bell now. He is grounded to third, flied to right, fouled to the catcher, and flied to center as Seaver took care of him very well. Fernandez over at third. Mosby at first. And it is looped and base hit for right center field. A run will score for Mendez coming to the plate. And over to third goes Mosby. It's now 9-6. Red Sox lead by 3. That run charged to Crawford.
Off the end of the bat again. Bell really reaching. Giving a lot of room on the inside part of that plate. In case somebody has a mind to crowd him. Fernandez scoring. These Blue Jays. Oh, boy, what an offensive series this is turning into be.
Boy, they just come out of that dugout swacking and swashing. Here's Jesse Barfield with a triple to his credit tonight. He's 1 for 2, actually. Has a walk and a hit batsman. Zambito misses outside, ball 1. Outfield straight away on Barfield. And with runners at the corners, a runner there at first and a runner at third, the infield is not overshifted to the left side this time. Mike Brown up again in the bullpen for Boston. Two and 0. Barfield not exactly the fellow you most want to face in a situation like this, representing the tying run himself. It ain't all that easy, Mac, is it? There's a strike. 2-1. With all the wind blowing out and all the base hits, there has still not been a home run tonight. Watch out, here it comes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's in the 9th inning in New York. The Yankees leading the Tigers 4-2. Dave Righetti has come on to pitch for New York, relieving Drabek, who had done a good job of holding the Tigers to 2 runs for 8 innings. Tigers batting in the 9th, trailing by a pair. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. And Joe back. They'll be holding a press conference for Tom Seaver after this one around this area. Give him access to all the people who are here. There are people from Philadelphia, New York, Chicago, papers. Strike 3. Barfield out on strikes. The Blue Jays get 2, but after 7.5 innings, the Red Sox lead 9-6.
With color action photos and player stats, you'll find special features, including a profile of American League batting champ Wade Boggs and a look back at the 1946 pennant-winning Red Sox team. Pick up your copy at Fenway Park, local newsstands, or send $5 in check or money order to Boston Red Sox Yearbook, 50 Beacon Street, Boston, Massachusetts, 02108. Joe Zambito with a little nifty bit of work here to Barfield. He'll get right down into the tough times. Just below that strike zone, Barfield couldn't lay off, and Zambito comes right in to get the job. A defensive change for the Blue Jays. Kelly Gruber in at third now. And on the mound, Mark Eichhorn, making his first appearance for the Blue Jays since June the 14th. He worked in that series in Toronto against the Red Sox. As a matter of fact, taking the loss into that 3-2 win on that long, rainy night. Overall for Eichhorn on the year, this will be his 25th appearance, all as a reliever. 6 wins and 3 losses, a 1.07 earned run average.
Always he and Tom Henke are the guys that have held that bullpen together for Toronto when it threatened to go completely apart. Baylor will be the first batter for Boston in the bottom of the 8th. Eichhorn will give you the impression that he's inching the ball up to the plate from time to time. He's not going to overpower you. Has that good sidearm, almost Quisenberry look. Breaking stuff. The tails in and away from a right-handed batter. Fouled off by Baylor. Strike 2. Don Baylor 2 for 3 tonight, both singles. Baylor hitting at .258. The Red Sox 9 runs, 14 hits and an error. Toronto 6 runs, 13 hits and 3 errors. Twisting away from Don. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bill Caudle pitched a scoreless inning, giving up 1 hit and striking out 2. Watch out. He almost grazed that time, even by Eichhorn. It is 2-2 to Baylor. Been hit by a pitch tonight. Flied to center and then wrapped 2 singles. Fouls the curveball back. Count hangs at 2-2. Baltimore leading Milwaukee 7-3 after 8 innings down at Memorial Stadium. Orioles trying to get reassembled. Baylor pops up to the right side. Upshaw. Foul ground, and he makes the catch for the out. 1 down. You're looking to the Toronto 9th inning in this 3-run ball game, 9-6 Boston. They will have Johnson, Upshaw, and Witt scheduled up. Dwight Evans. 2 doubles tonight. 3 runs batted in. He's 2 for 4. Average has climbed to .246. Picked up 4 points tonight so far. Three-run double, a big one in the first inning. Then he doubled to left center again in the 6th. Hangs in, takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mark Eichhorn, the 4th pitcher used by Toronto tonight. And they used 4 last night. Broken bat grounder to third. Kelly Gruber back in there and over there for the out. Gruber just in the game, making the play for the 2nd out in the 8th inning. Three men at third base tonight for Toronto.
Oh, scuffle for Gruber right on the end. Looked like that ball got him on the end of the finger. And then, boy, does he unload a P over to Upshaw at first.
He did do something with the fingernail, I believe. He's checking it again after the play. A strike to Gedman. Rich has had a double and a single. He's 2 for 3. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rich doubled home a run. Or he doubled home a run in the 1st and singled home a run in the 3rd. Foul back here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jeff Sellers pitched such a fine game on Sunday down in Baltimore, getting some work. Gedman, fly ball right field to Barfield. Jesse puts it away in a 1-2-3 inning for Eichhorn. We go to the 9th inning. The Red Sox lead it 9-6. Top of the 9th inning at Fenway with the Red Sox leading in a wild win 9-6. Cliff Johnson coming up. He'll be followed by Upshaw. And Buck Martinez, a right-handed hitting catcher, has come in from the bullpen, may bat for Ernie Whitt. Zambito is still in there. Johnson is 2 for 4. Strike one. The Detroit Tigers have tied up the Yankees in the top of the ninth. They're now in the bottom of the ninth. Yankees batting tied up 4-4. Tails on the outside corner, but low, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cliff Johnson. He has scored a run. He's knocked in one. There's a strike by Zambito. Ball and 2 strikes. Now a 2-2 count to Cliff. Game has jumped around. Toronto scored first in the first inning, 1 run off Seaver. Then Boston got 4. Red Sox got 3 more in the third to make it 7-1. Toronto came back with a couple, make it 7-3. Zambito makes a nice stop here. The underhand to Buck, and there's one away. Hit a bit sharply there by Cliff Johnson, but a nice play by Joe Zambito.
Good play. Joe seems to be one of those left-handers, athletic-wise, like a Tom Bergmeyer. He hops all around, does a lot of shagging in the outfield during batting practice. Takes some pride in his fielding.
Here's Willie Upshaw, who has gone 0 for 4 and has made 3 errors in 1 inning. Ball 1. Romero, the shortstop, shading over towards second base. And Barrett and Buckner deep on the right side. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The attendance tonight, 32,729. Another fine Fenway crowd. They have been boisterous, to say the least. And Buck Martinez on deck will bat for Ernie Whitt. There's a big rip and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 count to Upshaw. Zambito did get a strikeout in the 8th inning when he fanned Barfield. Fouled off by Willie. 2-2. Some of the crowd is gone, but they like to hang around. They're having a good time tonight, all over. They came out early and for the most part have stayed late. Peeled foul coming back. Gedman over and trying to make the play. Rams into the stands there. A fan has it. Gedman gave it the shot. Moved in with his chest protector right against the pad of the railing. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A little ways for Getty to go here, and almost had that ball get back to him where it was reachable. Watching, trying to pick out where that railing is. Just too far back up in those seats.
Count at 2-2. Zambito to Upshaw. Stays alive with that foul off the wrists. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Roger Clemens tomorrow night. Jimmy Key, the left-hander, goes for the Toronto Blue Jays, and Oil Can Boyd on Thursday against left-hander John Cerruti. It's a ball. Close pitch to take, but he did, and it's 3-2. Final in the American League. Baltimore beat Milwaukee 7-3. Each team getting 9 hits. Brewers had 3 errors. The Orioles had 2. Flanagan the winner, Bordy the save. Boy, that almost decapitates Sam Bito as he goes to one knee. A hard shot by Willie Upshaw. So the Blue Jays have a man on in the 9th inning with 1 out, and pinch hitter Buck Martinez coming up.
Or shot right back in that middle. Joe lost the advantage against that left-hander when he got to that 3-2 count. Tried to get the glove up, but that ball well past him at that point. Lucky for Joe, really, that ball off to his left shoulder. I don't think he would have been able to react in enough time to keep that ball off of him with that glove.
Well, that's the 14th hit for Toronto. And they're still in this ball game. 1 out in the 9th inning. They have a base runner. Martinez, the pinch hitter. He rakes one into left field for a base hit. 2 on, 1 out. And now the tying run coming to the plate. Martinez, a pinch single. So the bench has done well coming off the bench again offensively. Long night.
Buck really shooting this ball toward that hole. Good effort by Boggs. Ball just by him. Nothing he could do about it. And Upshaw with a play right in front will pull up 90 feet away from where he started, actually.
So the number 9 hitter, Damaso Garcia, is the batter, and Damaso has had 1 hit tonight. He is 1 for 3, and things getting a little tenuous for the Red Sox. A 9-6 lead, but 2 men on. Hit toward Romero, takes a bad hop under his glove and goes into left. A run will score. It's 9-7. Eddie Romero had maybe 1 play to get an out. Only 1. They had no chance at all for 2. And the ball seemed to duck under on a sliding hop under his glove for a base hit into left field. Bill Fisher coming to the mound.
Well, those kind of base hits that said, oop, there's a glove. I've got to do something about getting out of the way of it. And that's just what happened. That ball kind of shot on Eddie right at the last second. Zip, there it goes, right on by him. And zipping around third is Upshaw to come up with another Toronto run.
Well, here come the Blue Jays again. They have had 3 straight hits here in the 9th inning and are within 2 now. 9-7 is the score. Top of the order, furthermore, coming up for the Blue Jays in Mr. Fernandez. And the Red Sox better be calling him Mr. or Senor or something, because he has been hot in this series. 3 for 5 tonight with 2 runs batted in. 3 for 4 last night with a run batted in. Turning around to bat right-handed against Sam Bito. He hits about the same average each way. Has made very little difference. Fouls one down the line in right, chased by Evans, and Evans makes the grab. Fires across the diamond. 2 outs. Dwight Evans got over the line, and right in that little triangle there where he didn't have much room, stayed his ground and made the catch. Big out there.
2 things help him here. A little bit of a breeze that has kicked up a little stronger than before, and the spin on this ball. Looks like this ball is going to find some area out of play up in those seats. Evans staying right with it as he came right down the side of that wall to make the catch.
So there are 2 down. Kelly Gruber is the batter, getting his first time up. As he came on for a pinch runner and stayed in the game, he pinch ran for Orge and then stayed in the game to play third base. Gruber's been having a time getting base hits. He's hitting 154, 10 hits and 65 times up. But he's got some power. 3 home runs, 6 runs batted in. Ball 1. Martinez at second base, Garcia at first. 2 away. The Red Sox leading 9-7. Kelly Gruber, the batter. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gruber has fanned 15 times in those 65 times at bat. Toronto still very much in it. 9th inning. 1-1 the count. Nice save, a block actually by Gedman behind the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, that's an important one too, Ned. Not only does it keep the tying runs out of scoring position, but it keeps the force play on at a base somewhere in that infield. In case an infielder gets caught where he has to go to a hole, he's got a force play now at second or third. Never enough emphasis placed on the nice stops that are made.
It's a 2-1 count. Little pop fly ball, shallow right field, maybe trouble. Let's see. Evans is there. He's got it. And this one is finally over. Dwight Evans making a couple of catches late. And they had it all the way. 1 run, 3 hits for Toronto. 2 big ones left on base. And the final score, the Red Sox 9, Toronto 7. We'll wrap it up in a moment. There's Tom Seaver coming out to congratulate the rest of his team and say hello to his wife. Had 9 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. They left 10. And Toronto 7 runs, 16 hits for the Blue Jays. They made 3 errors, and they left 13. Winning pitcher was Tom Seaver. He is 3-6, 1-0 as a member of the Red Sox. A save for Sam Vito, his 7th. And the losing pitcher was Doyle Alexander. He is 5-4. And he was a losing pitcher as the starter. A lot of people came on to pitch later on. Despite all these things that happened, well, Seaver did what he had to do, I guess, and pitched as well as he had to do with his team scoring runs, but it wasn't all over at that time.
No, it wasn't, Ed. But once again, you talk about the balance in that lineup, and they've been hot. They've been getting into double figures with hits. They needed to get to double figures in hits tonight to put some points up on the board. But once again, whatever it takes for them to win in the course of a ball game, something they've been doing all season long. If they need 6, they get 6. They needed 9 tonight. They needed 9. Actually could have gotten away with 8. But who knows? What happens with a little bit of a change in there one way or the other might have made some kind of a difference. But yet it's just so balanced. It's so well. And another great effort by Joe Sambito to come on, even though he gave up a run right in the last inning. Still a good job for him at this point that he came into the ball game to get the first left-hander out, actually on a fielder's choice, then a base hit and a strikeout to mop up an 8th inning to keep any more damage from happening there and letting the Blue Jays actually really get back into the ball game.
One thing they did, they scored funny runs too, and they took advantage of errors, and they took advantage of mistakes by Willie Upshaw.